Good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just say when we're live.
We're live. I forgot to put a song or something at the beginning.
And
Hello.
the next reason that Jordan's the GOAT. I'm just kidding.
I've already seen so many fucking awful
Ah.
Chicago fucking meatballs. I knew they were
My dad.
coming, and it's still worse than I thought. I saw a man say that fucking Scottie Pippen is the LeBron James of the '90s.
That's a well. I feel like that's insulting LeBron James, and it's like the and Scottie Pippen at the same time because I feel like it's trying to say LeBron James is not good, but also like Scottie Pippen was also extremely good. So it's like a double insult.
Yeah, no, it's just incredibly inappropriate and awful thing to say. Hey, did you watch the Jordan thing?
I saw this. I watched the second episode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I missed like
I
the
watched. I
first
watched both.
20 minutes of the
I
first one.
did you see? Yeah, I was just kind of reacting in the along with it. I was like, holy shit, Bill Clinton, like he was actually in like talking about Scottie Pippen and stuff, and it was really strange. Uh, and they had Obama in the first one, I think. I seem to remember
Yes, a former
hearing that.
Chicago resident. Like, if you tweeted
Oh,
out that that was the funniest thing you've ever seen in your life, you should commit seppuku. Now, I'm not gonna say suicide because that's too explicit. Like, you should have shame. You should have shame enough
I
to kill
just take it from
yourself.
there.
Yeah, yeah. You can extend what I'm saying. Yeah. Uh, yeah. It's brutal. It's I find that it's I had a feeling it was gonna be this boring, and it was that boring. So,
I
uh,
liked
I
it, but
told
it was
I
pure nostalgia. It was pure just uh like those memories you have of childhood that you don't have. Like I don't really have a lot of memories watching the 90s Bulls, but like it brings like this warm sort of blanket that you know that you were a child watching it, and like there's just some residual in one of the folds of your brain. It just like releases the good chemical. It's just like that's the good,
right,
good. You
right.
feel
mhm.
good
Like
now. That's why I
to
liked it.
to to piggyback off of that, my parents, I was watching it by myself, and then my parents came in from outside because they were like just doing they were having a bonfire or something, and they both immediately were like, "Oh, this is the golden age of the NBA. This is the
I think I
golden
literally
age." It
said
was
like
like,
5 minutes prior, like, who the fuck would think this is incredible basketball? And then
"Yeah,
like my
um,
parents just walked in and said, like, "Oh, it's them. It's Hayden's parents, I guess. It's white
I
people in
mean,
Minnesota."
I do sympathize with people that did say some tweets of like it's absolutely not as like good a game as now. Like teams now would beat those teams, but like it is satisfying to watch Jordan make all of these wonky, wildly inefficient jumpers. Even though like they don't
yeah,
tell you every game that he dominated, he also shot like 20 for 45. Like they don't tell you that,
right."
but like
Yeah.
it happened. But it is like it is more fun than just like certainly watching Jordan play is aesthetically so much more pleasing than watching the fucking Rockets. Like that's
So
that's the most.
I,
Yeah. Um
I was
Here, wait.
I
Why don't I want to
I
put
was
the
talking
game
to
on? I want to put the game
sorry.
on and then we can continue the conversation. But I just
Yeah.
want to start the game. Cuz we can obviously I didn't mean to cut you off, Hayden. You are the guest. I do
No
wish I
worries.
could let
I
you
can
talk as
go
much as possible, but I
go
have
ahead.
to go ahead to the game real quick. If you could just introduce the game though for us, then we'll
All
go
right.
into it. Set the stage.
All right. So this was the 2012 London 2012 Paralympics uh, men's wheelchair basketball semifinal. Australia versus the USA. It was pretty. Actually, there was a. It was a pretty. The game itself was like it was one of those games where it was like double digit lead, and then all of a sudden the USA just kind of stormed back at the last second, and then it was
don't spoil it. Don't spoil it at the end though.
No, I won't. But it was close. It gets really good. No,
Okay.
it doesn't start out great, but it gets really good. I'll tell you that. So that's how I'm gonna set the stage.
Okay. It's where are both these teams? I'm assuming are very high in the pantheon. Yeah, they're also it's 420. This is the 420 game when they just been blazing it the entire time. No, yeah, like historically, is there a rivalry here that we're looking at? Is there a little bit of hatred, a bit of bad blood? Or
not exactly, but I will say that like Australia. This was the one year where Australia was like they were like really bad, and then like in 2012 they were like just went on a tear. And so they were kind of like not many were expecting them to go very far, but it was like they had this one. They had a few really good players that year, and then they were like
a golden generation.
Yeah. Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah. There we go. Okay.
And the USA is the USA, and they're good at all kinds of basketball. So they're kind of the favorites in everything, basically. So that's what you need to know about.
Yeah,
There
we're
we go.
kind of the global hegemon.
I can like rattle off names of these players though. So if I'm just gonna like if somebody just goes off, I'm gonna just start talking about how great they are. I don't know.
That's perfect. That's
because
perfect.
like I know a lot about this stuff. So
that's what we have you on for. This is supposed to be kind of a primer to wheelchair basketball, I guess. It's your chance to watch wheelchair basketball with a real head of the sport. So Hayden plays all sorts of wheelchair sports as well, and also you're training to be a broadcaster as well. So here's your shot. This is like an audition, man. This is an audition. I actually have Benetti in the chat right now. Jason Benetti is in the chat. We have a question, Hayden, right before we start. Is Matt Scott on the U.S. team for this game?
I believe so, and he also is. I'm also friends with him on Facebook, so that's a flex that I can.
Close personal friend of Hayden's, Matt Scott. Okay.
I mean, not really. He just friends like anyone who plays wheelchair basketball. So he's like, all right, you play.
It's like the podcaster
Close
community.
Personal friend.
All right, let's get this going.
Yeah.
We have the men's semifinal, Australia versus United States, the London Paralympic Games 2012. So we'll get it started, and then we can keep going on the conversation.
In the paint.
Oh,
if
sorry.
He gets in that key, if he gets a good
There we
kick
go.
and he finds that gap, he doesn't need.
You already got
a
the
second
chance
to
going.
score.
All right, we're
Oh,
underway.
damn.
No quarter given between these sides.
Fucking
as
falling
ever.
out of this.
And immediately it's Australia on the attack. Sean Norris, one of their big players who's got some terrific stats already in this event.
What is that
and
guy
he looks
doing
to
where
get
he's
the,
lying
early
down?
points
Is
on
he
the board
injured?
for his side. Impressive
I
throughout
don't
this event, Sean
know.
Norris.
Like, I didn't know if that was
well,
like some kind of pick
USA have
that you
actually met
could.
Australia before.
It was like,
15
I thought it was a strategy because he like did it
shooting over
immediately
50%,
off the
which is
jump.
good. And he's also
I know.
Okay,
Is
here
the
we
U.S.
go.
playing
Moving
like?
the ball
Are
around,
we like the
finding
Detroit
the
Pistons?
open man.
We the
Yeah.
bad boys
Option
of the world?
open,
Just immediately
the next 2 points.
just popping people.
Oh, dude, that was an
Knowing that
excellent
they've already
screen
been,
down low.
I wouldn't say
I love that
outclassed, but they had
you
a quite
like
a
you
good
just have
score,
to like you
65-49
fly
put on
through
by
the
this
screen, so there's like
Australian side.
momentum to deal with.
Booming
Like if you
throw
take a
into the
screen.
paint. Brad
Hell
Ness, the
yeah.
man in the mix.
So is Ness one of
Yeah,
their
as you
really
see,
good
just
players?
got, bumped by, just
He's
struck
like a
Jim
center,
Moore's shoulder
as you can
there
see. I mean,
on
like,
the
so he
shoulder.
just like
He's beefy.
takes.
To get to the
It's a
shot.
beefy boy.
Yeah.
Sandwich now.
Trayvon
There-
Jennifer, the American.
Brad,
number
yep.
8
There we
He's
go.
already got a
attention
foul.
to
So
him, and the
Oh, we
United
have
States will come
UW
away.
Whitewater grad
Steven
Matt
Sedio,
Scott
one of their
is being
Impressive
said.
players in previous games.
Is being pointed out.
Looking for
UW
an opening.
Whitewater, inferior program to the mighty Illinois.
Inside the paint is the big number 9.
Oh, let's
Great
go.
drive from Serio and
On
Bishop
board,
Waller
baby.
for the first 2 points of the game.
William Waller's the man.
William Wallace.
Damn.
That's not a
They're
real.
Basketball for the
They're locked
Cleveland
up.
Cavs in Cleveland, Ohio, in the United
What kind of
States.
jostling are you allowed to take here? Like, how much? Because, like, they were going at it pretty
Here comes
vigorously
Ness
down
again.
low.
I tell you what,
It
he's a
really
big old
depends
unit.
on. It really
Yeah,
depends
yeah,
on
once he gets that
the
ball
level
up
that you're at.
top,
Because
we've got,
like
and he's
at
against
the
a
junior
guard,
level, it's like
he's
they're
not got
kids,
much challenge.
so they don't do like.
Usually gets
But these
the
guys are
ball.
like the best in the
What can
world,
America do
so
about some of the big
they
name players
they're a
like
lot
Justin
more
Eves? You can
physical.
see their number 4 and,
Yeah, I can see
number
that.
Number 15 who just scored. What is their
Oh.
game plan going to be?
Ooh,
I
A
think
little fucking mid-range game.
they have to.
So wait, do they
get
have
on
to
off
dribble
it
it? I'm
early, not-
confused, 'cause it looks
I
like they
don't think
carry
the full
it,
court press is the option.
but
I think
also
they have
dribble
to,
it.
yeah. Well, you
get them on the
it's
halfway,
2
like
pushes
zoom
and a
out,
dribble.
push 'em
It's
out wide.
if it's
Pressure
3
them
pushes,
further
then
up
it's
the
a
court.
travel.
Yeah, force
Okay.
that
So,
outside shot. That's what they want.
Yeah, I was
a
wondering about that,
represented
'cause
shot,
someone
and
was
they've got
taking
a
up the
good
floor,
outside shooter in,
And they did a push, but
Justin
they just sort of
Everson.
like drifted. So as long as you don't
But
push
if
again,
you
you can
get
just
hands to
drift
that shot,
along if you're
it's
bringing the
always
ball up the
difficult.
court.
Actually, what happens is
Okay.
if you have
4-2.
if you
United
touch your
States
wheels
lead,
twice,
Australia
that's
immediately
considered 2
on the
pushes.
attack.
It's incredibly
Man.
Ness
tight,
again.
especially. Like I got
Ness is
called
fucking
for
our
so
shit
many
up.
travels.
Today for Australia.
I got called for so
Very
many
confident
travels because I
start
didn't
from,
realize that like
Big
pushing
Bradford.
your touching your wheels counts as a push. But that's like the way it works.
Ooh.
Ooh,
I came across Brad Ness and Justin
good
Eves
thought.
That's Matt.
Oh
Few
man,
days
there we
ago.
go.
They're
A
big men. I've
cross-court
gotta say.
action.
Yeah.
That's
We're
some like
looking up to them.
classic
Ooh.
Celtics ball.
I think Ness is one of the biggest players I've seen in this event.
Yeah, let's just.
Yeah,
what I was
gonna-
From
What I was
my
gonna say
position.
earlier, I was starting this.
Joseph Chambers,
well,
who's not
before
on
we
the,
started, this was
pitch yet on
I was
the court
talking
yet.
to
He's
this
another big fella for the
my
United
friend
States of America.
from one of my classes,
Big
and she was
rangy
like,
player,
"What?"
but
So I was like, "So I was watching a
Nice rebound
documentary, and I
from
was like."
Rose there.
And she was like, "What is it about?" And I said, "I have
It's
no
always,
idea."
it's always a difficult
it was,
skill
like,
to
so
master when
confusing.
you're learning the game, tilting your chair.
Wait, you're talking about the Bulls
The chair
documentary?
is-
You had no idea?
Like
The
your
Bulls
own
I
body.
I was
You've gotta
really
use it
confused
Oh.
throughout the
to
whole
your
thing.
advantage.
Damn,
I was
dude,
just
Brad
like,
Ness is a
Effectively, you're going
fucking
back on yourself
monster.
if you're under the basket.
There's a big fucking dude down there.
Most of the time, like tilting is a skill.
Yeah, Ness is fucking
used
our
by
shit
most
up.
players to just try and get over that defensive
Also, Nathan,
hand
you
so they
identify
can
as
get
a U.S.
flick through,
nationalist.
A nice flick of the wrist to pop the ball straight through.
And as well as the skill, it's
I
dealing
don't-
with
I don't
the
need
pressure
this.
that you're put under, the hands in front
It's
of
a
you
Monday night. I don't
that are
need
always
this.
being applied by
I
by
actually
good
might
defense.
look up
Yeah,
how
but
tall
not
is
just-
Brad.
Not just the
How
hands,
tall is
but
Brad
the wheels
Ness?
as well. The wheels
I
are very
might-
important. I was
That may
told
be
when I
something
was
that-
learning the game, hands
The
on
more
the
important
wheels,
question
eyes
is
on
how
the
much
man, don't look at
mass
the
is
ball
Brad
at
Ness?
all.
He's a beefy boy.
Because that's
very
the
dense.
chair
Takes up a
determines
lot of
where they'll
mass,
go,
yeah.
Obviously.
Oh,
Jason Nelms for the
Oh,
United
oof.
States.
So you can like hold your hand on the
Australia
one
will
wheel and
He's-
spin around in a
so-
circle,
so he-
Aforementioned
like a
Eastern-
pivot
Yeah,
foot.
he was-
Okay.
He was 38
Okay.
when this game played. So
Brad
he-
Ness was
he,
38?
Raucous
So he's-
crowd at the
he's
North
right now he's
Page
45.
Arena. Love this play by Eveson.
He's like
Gonna get
he's
into
like one of the.
Atlanta.
Not give him
Oh,
that free shot.
oh, he,
Do not give him that free shot. Get a man out to him. Don't give him time.
He's a monster from the free shots.
This
isn't
is
he?
really
Yes,
weird.
he's a mo-
He
he's
played on a
still-
college
like I said
team at
before,
the
I saw him
University
hit
of
three
Texas at
against
Arlington,
Poland.
but his education was at Aquinas
got some
College in
range.
Perth, Australia.
William
So,
Waller for the States.
Oh,
He played on a college team after he
Steven
went to
Simmons
college,
there.
just to.
It's going to get louder in this arena later on because, of course, the home team are playing.
Yeah, yeah. Very.
It doesn't
good
say
game
how tall he
against,
is.
The formidable.
so we have some more questions, Hayden. We have some questions in the chat.
It's already looking at
One
formidable
is,
performance
do they
by the
shoot
Australian
threes? Which I'm
side.
gonna guess is
6 points
yes.
up.
That
Absolutely.
seems like an obvious yes.
Take a timeout.
Uh,
And, who's gonna be
yeah.
doing most of
And then
the
we
talking
have
here? Is it gonna be
a
Jim
buddy
Nance
wants
or Ben Evans
explained
just
to
then?
him that the classifications of the athletes and how there's a certain limit to who can be on the court at one time. How does that
A
work?
little bit more ball movement.
Oh yeah, so like
There's been some
there's
great
like
drives
ones
by
and
Steve
twos,
Serio, the man
and the
who
twos are
was
like
coached in
the.
Illinois, the famous
I might have this
basketball
flipped, but I
school,
think
and
the
you can
twos
see
are
his
the ones who have the
experience just from
most.
being there.
There's a different system, but
So
the
I
one I
think
played
they
with
run a lot
is
more from
if
Steve
you have a
Serio
limit,
than
really limited
Yeah.
mobility, you're one,
Players as well
and
on
if
the
you
American
have like
roster who
no
play their
limit
basketball
to your
outside of the States, team
like,
Oh,
Southpaws
shit.
you're-
for Frankfurt.
if you're like only
Matt Scotty
barely
plays in,
qual-
I think we're getting kicked
qualified,
off.
you're
Yeah,
I think we're getting
you're
kicked
a
off the
quick winner, in
stream
fact,
because they're
Francis,
calling a copyright on this.
won that this year.
He's the big number 8 for the United
Wait,
Hold on,
States.
I'm
actually?
checking.
And is also a
How do you get
recognisable
this, on
face for
YouTube?
Kenny Knight commercial.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen him yet, but
I can-
oh yeah, they just. Oh fuck, I see it now. So we got.
Yeah,
Our stream
I
got
saw him
suspended
play
for
against
policy
Turkey, a very good
violations.
game. Strong inside the paint.
Oh.
We could do.
Suspended like temporarily, or how long?
Set for him.
I was gonna take us off
So,
because they
yeah, very
detected
good player.
copyrighted
You will see
audio
him
and
on the
video.
floor.
another good player
some-
here.
Okay, here's what we can do.
Oh.
Here, wait.
I didn't think about that. I probably because I had no idea that that was a thing.
Is this through YouTube or through Watch With Me?
It's on. I'm streaming it to YouTube, but we're watching it through the Watch Together to each other.
Fucking pieces of shit, YouTube.
Just let us watch our sweet wheelchair hoops.
That's scary how quickly that happened.
Adam, what are you? That's really weird. Because we were only like 5 minutes into it, right? Or something.
Yeah, like I can't believe that we watched. Me and Nathan watched 5 hours of fucking college basketball.
Maybe it's because it's the Paralympic Games.
Maybe we should
I
have
don't-
like contacted them and said we were gonna use it. That's really strange. Who is this video from? Oh shit, I skipped ahead. Sorry. We're at like.
It's
5
from
minutes,
the
right?
literal Paralympic Games YouTube account, so that might be why.
Okay, hold on.
I should have thought that through before.
I didn't think anything of it because we didn't have any
No.
issues with it with the NCAA stuff. Here, I'm just gonna give people the link.
Yeah, shit that's like more than 5 years old, I wouldn't have any indication that that would be a problem.
I mean, I don't want to say it this way.
Yeah, this is an 8-year-old game.
I don't want to be this way and say that and sound crass, but like I would have thought that the wheelchair basketball people would just let us have the video. Like we're using it.
well,
I feel
I'm
like
pretty
they
sure
would be.
it's automatic.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's completely it's automated for sure.
Yeah, but like you still
Yeah.
have to like make the claim. Like you still have to make the claim to begin with, don't you? I don't know. I've never.
No, the claims generate automatically, and if you don't change the settings to like make it available, they default to like protect this video. So you have to like go out of your way to make sure that it's not that way. YouTube is really YouTube sucks.
Hold on.
I'll upload a video for work, and like we have the rights to all these like stuff, but they'll be like, oh, we detected there's a song, like for 20 seconds there's a song in the 28th minute of this video, and it is it's like we detected it's a copyright violation. Like we were like
they
10
did.
seconds after I uploaded.
They do have us back on here, so we could try and keep going.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Do it. Let's try.
Okay.
Maybe
We're gonna keep
maybe someone
going.
comes
If
on.
people are watching, I think somebody is jumping on. Someone definitely just added themselves to the watch together. So I know someone's trying to come in. So I gave the links to some people. Still feel free to come in, but we're gonna keep trying to stream it.
Again,
So you can watch it either or. Either way. We'll see if they kick us off.
Big Brad Ness. You can see him getting into the
Okay.
in this
Let's
game
see.
quite
It's on there
easily.
again. So
I came
Let's
across
see.
Brad Ness and Justin Eveson in the
That was
village
strange.
a few days ago.
okay, maybe they let
They're
us
big men, I've got to
just
say.
go ahead with it.
We're looking up to them.
thank you,
Ness
Paralympics.
is one of the
It
biggest
was
players
10
I've
to
seen
4.
in this
That's where we
event.
left off.
Yeah, let's just say you
Okay,
can
so
get
let's
very
just skip ahead a bit.
They're
Oh
big
shit,
men,
yeah,
I've
we
gotta say.
definitely.
set for him.
Yeah, Ness was
So,
tearing us up,
very good
tearing
play.
the U.S.
Man,
up.
6
Nice.
points.
Another good play
Some
here.
point in the game.
Oh yeah, we were at the
This is a man they're gonna
timeout
have to-
basically. Oh,
He was
they
a
just
good
kicked us
so
off
far,
again.
Already made 6 points for Australia.
Yeah.
in
God,
this
nabbit.
game.
Okay, well,
Okay.
But there
So
seems to
try
be
and
like
force
5
wide,
people on the
try-
watch with
try
me.
and let them knock- They're on the defensive end now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Waller for the USA.
I say just go watch with me.